the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sidelines. And David Aldridge is standing by for our...
Kevin, thank you very much.
You're right, Dave. That is scary. Thanks for that one. Well, we know a big part of a center's job is rim protection. Outside the pivot, Shaq, who stands out to you in guarding that rim, erasing shots, blocking shots? And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Schroeder against White. James has a two-pointer. The Lakers rebound. Drummond passes to LeBron. It's tipped.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots up.
Here's the pass to White. The dish to Junior. Pocket 6. Back to White. In the corner, it's Levine. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Talking about how awards are determined. People claim there's a level of voter fatigue. So many things to vote for without much meaning. If there's something you could change, Shaq, about the process of all that voting, what would it be?
I think I would probably have the players. Players should have a little bit more say in who wins awards. And I think you give voice to people who have actually stepped on the court. And we have a lot of legends that played the court. I think we should create this thing of ours. And you would definitely be included because you've been around since 1989. It was also the first year I met Ernie Johnson.
Wow. Yeah.
It just hit me. Oh, it just hit me.
Here's Kuzma, and it's good for 2.
Awesome at keeping his balance. Sometimes guarding Kuzma is impossible for the defense.
Bulls trail by 5. Outside, Levine. Out to the wing. Junior kicks to Levine. Nails the wide open jump shot. Levine's got 7 points.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive role.
Loads it up for Davis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
I love the assertiveness from AD. That done says, I own the rim and you better back off.
Passes it to Satoransky. Back to Levine. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one on Caldwell Pope. It's his first trip to the line. He throw good. Making some changes here. And Shaq, you played an incredible 19 NBA seasons. When you think about the most passionate and most impressive fan base around the league, who stands out?
Well, listen, New York, Boston fans, their passion, their knowledge. Golden State has loyalty through the years of losing. And then you got to go with LA. They got the gigantic fan base, all the superstars that come from town. Jack Nicholson, Adam Sandler.
What about Portland, like a mid-sized market like Portland, where it's the only game in town?
I never really paid attention to Portland because Portland was a dangerous team. We really had to concentrate. So those are folks who know who was in the stands.
So for Chicago right now, Vucevic is out there with Young. Then it's Junior. Then it's White. And it's Williams at the small forward position. Pass to Junior. Young dishes to White. Outside Williams. And here's Junior. Over LeBron. He nails it. And we're tied up. Williams has got his first 2 points.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. I mean, D is worrying too much about the other 4 guys. I mean, they can't give him open jump.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, good to hear from you. Now, Zach LaVine has become a star, but he knows there's still work to be done. He said, I'm stepping into a leadership role, asking more of myself and giving more each year. You've got to look at your faults. I have to continue to improve my defense. I want to help us make the playoffs. My next step as a player is winning. Guys, back to you.
Great attitude. David, thank you. And the shot goes in. Vucevic has got 7.
Great touch around the basket. The defense can't let Vucevic carve out that kind of position.
Jack, thanks for coming by. Entertaining as always. Happy to have you on the program. You have an open share anytime you want to join us.
Anytime, Kevin. My pleasure. Whatever you guys need, just give me a call. I'm not doing icy hot Krispy Kreme or the General Insurance. Just give me a call.
Other than that, you'll be free.
Yeah, I'll be free.
That's good to know. You know, Greg, there are good players, and there are great players, and there are superstars. And then there's Shaq.
Yeah, I mean, he once said he'd like to be known as
The big Aristotle.
because Aristotle said excellence is not a singular act, it's a habit. You are what you repeatedly do. Well, Shaq's lived by that on and off the court.
50 seconds left in the first half. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
They just appeared lost out there. I mean, it seemed like they were scrambling on the defensive end of the floor.
Here's Williams. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
I really like it when Caldwell Pope leaks out on the break. He just finds a way to get past defenders and creates chances for himself in the open floor.
Right the pass to Williams. Inside. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut back down to just 1 with the basket from Junior.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of it. Deciding to change it up. The Lakers have made 7 of their last 12 attempts at the line. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's LeBron James. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 2 guard. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role. Tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets. And he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
To the paint. Here's James. Harrell trying to free himself up. LeBron, no luck. Chicago trailing here. Young with the ball. He's picked up by James. And James picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. White dishes to Young for the lead. Drills it from outside. Young's got the lead up to 2 now for Chicago.
The defense just handed White that assist. I mean, he smartly feeds a wide open shooter.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Horton Tucker. Pass to Kuzma. 6 on the shot clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And finished off by LeBron.
You got to be in all, James. An offensive juggernaut. It's called fire here tonight.
Young inside. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. What an amazing quarter. There was... Owlets with head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the...
Hold your ground. Don't let him back your way in. Just hold it.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Daniel Tice out there with Young, and it's Junior in at the 3 spot. You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, Chicago ends up going with the new group. 55 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And he makes the first. A platoon swap here for the Lakers. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Felicio. Markkanen comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. Zach LaVine's checked in for Green. And it's Kobe White in for Satoransky.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Lakers.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for LeBron.
No fatigue in this fella tonight. Tireless. Grinding out every possession, leading their offense.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
That's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Alden, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone. This is dream of the team.